Okay.
Okay. Ready.
James Young, owner and booker of Cherry Bar and the Cherry Rock Music Festival. What's my scene? Here I am. Why aren't you here? AC/DC Lane, what a day! It's the greatest rock and roll day of the year in Melbourne, Australia, the world.
Now, James, this is the 11th year and still going strong. How did you dream up this idea in 2007?
Well, basically the reason that the festival exists is because I thought, how can I get AC/DC to come and play at AC/DC Lane? So I invented a music festival, hoping that maybe, let a man dream, one day AC/DC will come and play at the Cherry Rock Festival in AC/DC Lane.
Excellent. I hope that happens. Is it everything you wanted it to be without, well, obviously without AC/DC yet? Is it everything?
Yeah, no, I love it. Of course, you know, this is a festival where I just pick bands that I love and put them on and hope other people turn up. And so far it's been working fine.
Great. So you own the Cherry, but you also do a lot of the bookings. What does a band have to do to be worthy of playing the Cherry Bar and Cherry Rock?
Okay, well, Cherry Bar, you know, we're the only bar in Australia, as far as I know, that's open 365 nights a year, live local music every single night. And any band in the world can play on our Cherry Jam night on Monday. We supply the backline, you can get on the famous Cherry stage. And there's an enormous wealth of talent in Melbourne. I'm booking 1,100 bands a year just at Cherry Bar. And if you're a good rock and roll band, you'll be playing at Cherry.
Already have.
Yes, that's right. At Cherry Rock, a little harder to get on because you know, there's only 13 bands and it's once a year. But again, if you're really, really good, you'll play at Cherry Rock.
And you've also initiated the Cherry Bar Awards. How did that start?
Well, the Cherry Bar Awards, yeah, well, that sort of concept was, as much as I appreciate the ARIAs and the APRA Awards, they tend to give awards to already successful bands. So you've already got a major label deal, you've already sold records. The idea of the Cherry Awards is to award the bands that played at Cherry who would never get nominated for an ARIA, or maybe they will when they get the recognition they deserve. And the concept is that you played at Cherry, you've impressed us, but also maybe you can make a difference to that band. You win a Cherry Award, you can put it on your resume. It might help you get a support gig for an international. It might help you when you're travelling interstate to book a gig at another venue. So it's about helping the scene that I love so much.
I think that's what a lot of people really do appreciate with you, James. You don't just go for the big well-known acts, but you also help the new bands coming up.
Thank you. Well, I'm helping the bands I love. That's simple.
Now, you're about to make us a Cherry Bar cocktail.
I am.
And tell us, what is your scene, James?
What's my scene? Well, my scene is AC/DC Lane, Melbourne. I love the laneways of Melbourne. I actually was born in Sydney, but I moved here. And Sydney's a postcard, very one-dimensional. Melbourne, it's all about 3D. And I would like to make you, if I may, on What's My Scene, an incredibly complex cocktail from the Cherry Bar. We start with a glass, pay attention. You may need a note and pen or maybe an iPad to get all these elements. So, oh, you can hold that if you like, yes. Okay. We've got our glass. We add a liberal amount of ice. I do like lots of ice. Then we go over here, we add the important ingredient, Jack Daniels. Not sure if you've heard of that, but it's quite a nice dark spirit from the south of America. I'm talking of the United States. Little liberal dosage. And then, in this complex, internationally famous cocktail, we then go and we find ourselves a bottle of can of Coca-Cola. I'm not sure if you've heard of this stuff. It's a real chance it could take off. So we open the old Coca-Cola. We pour it into the top of I remind you of the two elements so far, ice and the Jack Daniels. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a Lemmy. Lemmy Kilmister from Motorhead, the legend himself. Checked out at the age of 70, pretty much on his 70th birthday. He said, I've done enough, and he fucking had. Good on you, Lemmy. I love you. Cherry Bar, cocktail, Lemmy.
Cheers. Thanks so much, James.